Welcome to Dharma Wisdom Talks, where we explore life's deep values through the lens of Buddhism and philosophy. In today's fast-paced and challenging world, we all seek the path to happiness, success, and inner peace. But have you ever wondered, how can I achieve these things in a truly lasting and profound way? The answer isn't an easy one, but it's found in a combination of unwavering determination, mindfulness, and a pure heart. These are the very principles that Buddhism teaches us, principles that not only help us navigate life's obstacles but also hold the key to unlocking lasting happiness. To succeed not just in our careers but in our family life, friendships, and relationships, we must understand these core values. In today's video, we'll dive deep into 7 golden principles from Buddhist philosophy that can help you build a fulfilling life. You'll find practical advice, profound lessons, and inspiring stories that you can apply to your everyday life, bringing you closer to your goal of living with peace and wholeness. Let's explore together, because the true path to wisdom and lasting success begins with understanding and acting with intention in every moment. Stillness and patience, the keys to inner peace and lasting success. Stillness and patience are two profound concepts in both Buddhism and everyday life philosophy. They are not only virtues worth cherishing but also essential keys to achieving peace and lasting success. Let's dive into a detailed analysis of these two concepts from the perspective of someone with life experience in both the modern world and Buddhist teachings. Stillness, silence. Stillness is more than just the absence of sound. It's a profound state of mind where our thoughts calm, and our hearts find peace, unaffected by the noise and distractions of the world. In Buddhism, stillness is one of the core practices in meditation and spiritual growth. It's not just about keeping quiet on the outside, but about creating an inner silence, a quiet mind that isn't swept away by fleeting thoughts, worries, or desires. This stillness allows us to find clarity, practice mindfulness, and keep our awareness sharp and undisturbed. In today's fast-paced, noisy world, achieving stillness can seem like a challenge. But those who are successful and truly at peace often find moments of quiet for themselves, whether it's a morning of meditation, an evening away from screens, or a walk alone in nature. Stillness helps us reflect clearly on situations, enabling us to make thoughtful decisions. It prevents us from reacting impulsively, allowing us to face life's challenges with calm and resilience. By maintaining inner stillness, we can always find the path forward, no matter how tough the circumstances may seem. A famous story in Buddhism illustrates this well. Once, the Buddha was insulted by an enemy who tried to provoke him. Despite the insults, the Buddha remained silent, not responding at all. One of his disciples asked, "Master, why didn't you react to the insults?" The Buddha replied, "If someone offers you a gift, and you don't accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The disciple answered, "It belongs to the giver." The Buddha continued, "So it is with insults. If you don't accept them, they cannot harm you." This teaches us that stillness is not just about keeping quiet externally, but about staying calm inside and not allowing ourselves to be disturbed. When facing unwanted situations, instead of reacting right away, take a moment to pause, reflect, and respond wisely. Patience. Patience is the perseverance and endurance required to pursue goals, overcome difficulties, or accept things beyond our control. In Buddhism, patience is considered a vital virtue in spiritual practice. It's not about passively enduring, but about actively staying committed to what's right, even when faced with hardship or setbacks. One of the key Buddhist teachings is right patience, the ability to endure suffering while understanding that everything is impermanent and will eventually pass. Buddhism teaches that patience helps us transcend suffering and frustration. By not reacting hastily, we can transform negative emotions into wisdom and insight. In the modern world, patience is crucial, especially in our work and relationships. Success doesn't come instantly, it requires time and consistent effort. People who practice patience are more resilient, they can weather challenges without giving up or losing hope. A simple example of patience is learning a new skill, like playing the guitar. You won't master it in one day. It takes daily practice, and at first, it can feel frustrating. But if you stay patient and keep at it, eventually you'll see progress. There's also a story of a wealthy man who sought the secret to success. He asked a famous sage, "How can I be successful like you?" The sage answered, "Be patient and keep working diligently. Everything happens in its own time." At first, the man didn't understand, but after a year of patient effort, he realized that his success had come naturally, not through rushing, but through steady and patient progress. Patience isn't about waiting around without action, it's about sustaining effort over time, knowing that your work will eventually pay off. Life doesn't always go as planned or on our timeline, but with patience, the rewards are well worth the wait. Combining stillness and patience. Both stillness and patience are essential elements in life, not only helping us achieve inner peace but also setting the foundation for lasting success. Stillness clears the mind and keeps us grounded, while patience provides the endurance to navigate through challenges. When we combine both virtues, we don't just find happiness in the present, but we also create a brighter, more stable future. Letting go and forgiveness, key principles for peace and happiness. Letting go and forgiveness are two incredibly important concepts in Buddhism and daily life philosophy. Both serve as essential keys to inner peace, freedom from suffering, and the foundation for healthy relationships. With a deep understanding of these principles, we can overcome life's challenges and find true happiness. Letting go. In Buddhism, letting go is one of the most fundamental teachings. It's not just about giving something up, it's about releasing our attachment to things that are temporary, negative emotions, and material desires. Letting go means not holding on to things that are fleeting and not the source of lasting happiness. The Buddha teaches that attachment to things like wealth, fame, or even relationships is the root cause of suffering. When we realize that everything is impermanent, we can let go and free ourselves from the cycle of greed, anger, and ignorance. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in material ambitions and the desire to control everything. Letting go means not allowing external circumstances to control our mood or life. For example, in relationships, when someone is unable to let go of the past, they can't fully live in the present. If someone has been hurt by another person, holding on to resentment only adds more pain. Letting go here doesn't mean forgetting, but it's about acknowledging the past without letting it dictate your present. There's a Buddhist story about a monk traveling with his disciples who came across a river. A young woman needed help crossing but was afraid. The monk helped her across, even though it was against the rules for monks to have physical contact with women. Once they crossed, the monk continued on his way, without giving it another thought. One disciple, however, kept thinking about the violation of the rule. The monk noticed this and said, "I carried the woman across the river, but you've carried her with you ever since." Letting go isn't about giving up or not caring, it's about not allowing the past or external events to occupy our minds. When you can let go, you move forward lightly, free from the weight of past hurts or negative emotions. Forgiveness. In Buddhism, forgiveness is not an act of weakness or compromise, but a deep understanding of life's impermanence and the ability to recognize the suffering of others. Forgiveness is not about excusing someone's wrong actions, but about freeing yourself from the mental burdens of anger and resentment. The Buddha taught that anger and hatred are harmful only to ourselves. When we forgive, we not only release others from our criticism and blame, but we also free ourselves from the negative emotions that poison our soul. In daily life, forgiveness helps us maintain peace and harmony in relationships. It doesn't mean forgetting or pretending nothing happened, but rather releasing ourselves from harmful emotions. Holding on to anger or resentment doesn't just cause us emotional pain, but it also affects our health and well-being. For example, if a friend or co-worker hurts you, you can choose to forgive them instead of holding on to your anger. Forgiveness helps you stop letting that pain control your life and gives you back your inner peace. There's a Buddhist story about a man who had been wronged by a wicked person and wanted revenge. A friend, also a spiritual person, told him, "If you let hatred control you, you're only hurting yourself. Forgive and free your soul from this burden." The man decided to forgive, and over time, he felt lighter and happier. Forgiveness not only helped him release the psychological weight but also helped heal the relationship. Forgiveness is a way to liberate yourself from emotional baggage and negativity. When you forgive, you not only release the other person but also free yourself from emotional constraints, allowing you to live a more peaceful and joyful life. Letting go and forgiveness, foundations for peace. Letting go and forgiveness are two essential virtues that help us maintain peace and happiness in life. Letting go keeps us from clinging to the past and things beyond our control, creating space for inner calm. Forgiveness frees us from negative emotions like anger and resentment, giving us back our freedom and happiness. Both concepts are about living in the present, letting go of what no longer serves us and forgiving to free ourselves from suffering. In a world full of challenges and change, practicing letting go and forgiveness will help us lead a lighter, more meaningful, and happy life. The middle way and balance, two key concepts in Buddhist philosophy for everyday life. The ideas of the middle way and balance are central to Buddhist philosophy, and they also offer valuable life lessons for our daily lives. Both emphasize moderation, avoiding extremes, and helping us live in harmony with ourselves, our environment, and society. The middle way. The middle way is one of the core teachings in Buddhism, discovered by the Buddha when he attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. The middle way is a path that avoids extremes, neither indulgence nor severe austerity, and seeks harmony between these opposites. Before his enlightenment, the Buddha lived a life of extreme asceticism, subjecting himself to harsh diets and routines. However, he realized that such extremes did not lead to enlightenment. Before leaving his royal palace, he had lived a life of luxury, but found that it didn't lead him to the truth either. Eventually, he discovered the middle way, a path that balanced both moderation and health, a path that nurtures the body and sharpens the mind. In Buddhism, the middle way isn't just about food and lifestyle. It extends to thinking, actions, and emotions. It guides us away from destructive habits like greed, anger, and ignorance, while encouraging wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. In modern life, the middle way can be understood as moderation, avoiding excessive materialism but not living in harsh deprivation either. It's about finding a life balance between work and relaxation, material success and spiritual well-being, love and personal freedom. The middle way helps us avoid extremes, like working non-stop to accumulate wealth, overworking, or doing nothing at all, laziness. It's about living a balanced life, where we can pursue our goals without losing our equilibrium. When you push yourself too hard in the quest for success, you might feel exhausted and stressed, leading to health problems and emotional strain. On the other hand, if you live too comfortably, without purpose, just seeking temporary pleasure, your life can feel empty and unfulfilling. There's a story about a wise sage living in the forest, seeking peace and stillness. One day, a visitor asked him, "Master, how can I find happiness?" The sage replied, "Don't be too ambitious, and don't retreat too far either. Happiness lies in moderation, work when needed, rest when needed, love when needed, but don't let anything overwhelm your heart." The visitor reflected on the sage's words and began to seek the middle way in his own life. The middle way teaches us not to go to extremes in any area of life. We must maintain balance in our thoughts, actions, and emotions to live a harmonious, meaningful life. Balance. In Buddhism, balance is the key to maintaining harmony in all aspects of life. Balance isn't just about the body, it's also about the mind and spirit. Buddhism encourages us to practice ethical guidelines to maintain this harmony, avoiding extreme actions and negative emotions. An important aspect of balance is mindfulness, which helps us stay aware of our actions, emotions, and thoughts. This awareness allows us to adjust and maintain balance in our lives. Buddhism also stresses that, in order to achieve enlightenment, practitioners must find a balance between wisdom and compassion. In daily life, balance means harmonizing different areas such as work and rest, career and family, material wealth and spiritual growth. Balance is the ability to manage time and energy so that each part of life receives proper attention without overloading or neglecting anything. For example, if you spend too much time working and ignore your health or family, you may feel drained or isolated. Conversely, if you only seek pleasure and ignore work or personal goals, life may feel meaningless and unproductive. There's a story of a man who spent his whole life working hard to accumulate wealth. When he grew older, he realized that he had missed precious moments with his family and friends. One day, he decided to change and started spending more time with his loved ones, while also engaging in activities that recharged his energy. He found that only when he balanced work and life did he truly find happiness and peace. Balance is about maintaining harmony in life, ensuring no one aspect overshadows the others. When we know how to maintain balance in all areas of life, we can live a fulfilled, sustainable, and peaceful existence. The middle way and balance, deeply interconnected in both Buddhism and life. The middle way and balance are two concepts that deeply resonate both in Buddhist teachings and in our daily lives. The middle way helps us avoid extremes and find a path of moderation, while balance teaches us how to maintain equilibrium between various elements of life: work, family, health, and spirit. Both principles encourage us to live consciously, not swept away by extremes or deadlock, but always seeking harmony and peace in every situation. Mindfulness and concentration, two key practices for a more focused and present life. In Buddhism and in daily life, mindfulness and concentration are two essential concepts. Both involve maintaining our attention and being fully present in each moment, helping us lead more conscious, meaningful lives while freeing ourselves from worry and distractions. Mindfulness. Mindfulness, or sati, is one of the core elements of the Buddha's Noble Eightfold Path, guiding us toward enlightenment and freedom. Mindfulness isn't just about being aware or paying attention, it's about deeply being present in the current moment without getting lost in the past or worrying about the future. Mindfulness includes full awareness of our body, sensations, thoughts, and external objects. When we practice mindfulness, we can see things clearly without distraction, judgment, or rushing into reactions. It helps us face suffering directly and develop compassion, wisdom, and peace. Mindfulness can be practiced through meditation or in everyday activities, like eating, walking, working, or engaging with others. The goal is to be fully present in every moment. Mindfulness allows us to face life directly and clearly, reducing stress and anxiety caused by scattered thoughts or worries about what's happened or what's to come. When you practice mindfulness, you become more aware not just of what's happening outside of you, but also of what's going on in your mind and body. For example, when eating, instead of rushing through your meal while thinking of other things, you can practice mindfulness by focusing on the flavors, textures, and sensations of chewing and swallowing. This helps you truly experience the present moment and allows your body to absorb the food better. There's a story about a famous Zen master who set aside time each day to sweep the temple. One day, a student asked, "Master, why do you spend so much time on sweeping?" The master smiled and replied, "When I sweep, I'm not just sweeping the leaves off the ground, I'm also sweeping away the worries in my mind." Mindfulness helps us stay in the present, free from distractions about the past or future. By practicing mindfulness, we can gain a clearer understanding of things and live with greater peace, free from unnecessary stress. Concentration. Concentration, or samadhi, is the ability to focus your mind fully on one object, without being distracted or wavering. In Buddhism, concentration is more than just paying attention, it's about having a steady, focused mind that helps practitioners achieve deeper states of meditation and ultimately, enlightenment. Concentration is a crucial part of meditation practice. When we're able to concentrate, our mind is no longer disturbed by random thoughts, and we can achieve a state of calm and clarity. One method of concentration in Buddhism is vipassana meditation, where the practitioner focuses on the breath, bodily sensations, or specific objects to achieve insight. In daily life, concentration helps us accomplish tasks efficiently, without being interrupted by outside distractions. Concentration also supports excellence in studying, working, and even in our relationships. For example, when you work, If you focus entirely on the task at hand without checking your phone or thinking about other problems, you'll complete your work more quickly and with higher quality. Concentration helps you stay effective and achieve the best results in all your activities. There's a story in Buddhism about a Zen master teaching his students how to meditate. The master said, "When you meditate, don't let your mind be like a wild monkey jumping from one branch to another. Focus on your breath and keep your mind steady and quiet." One of the students asked, "Master, how do I keep from getting distracted?" The master smiled and replied, "When you find something precious, you don't pay attention to anything else. See concentration as your treasure, and you won't be distracted." Concentration helps us stay productive and keeps our mind calm. When you can concentrate, you'll excel in your work and stay grounded, no matter what's happening around you. Mindfulness and concentration, complementary yet different. Mindfulness and concentration are deeply connected but not the same thing. Mindfulness is the ability to fully perceive what's happening in the present moment, our feelings, thoughts, and actions without judgment or attachment. It's being fully present in the here and now. Concentration is the ability to focus all your attention on a single object, keeping your mind from being scattered. Concentration helps you maintain mental stability and work efficiently. While mindfulness involves awareness of multiple things at once, like sensations, thoughts, sounds, concentration is about focusing on one object for an extended period. However, mindfulness and concentration support each other. To practice mindfulness effectively, you need a certain level of concentration to avoid distraction. On the flip side, when you practice concentration, you also enhance your ability to be aware and clear about what's happening around you. Mindfulness and concentration are both essential practices that help us live a more present, peaceful, and productive life. Mindfulness allows us to be deeply aware of the present without getting caught up in negative thoughts, while concentration helps us maintain mental clarity and achieve success in work and personal goals. Both are powerful tools that allow us to live fully and mindfully in every moment. Self-confidence and gratitude, two essential qualities for a meaningful life. Self-confidence and gratitude are two powerful qualities that play a key role in life, especially within the philosophy of Buddhism. Both are linked to our emotional and spiritual growth, helping us face challenges, maintain a positive mindset, and create balance in our lives. To understand them more deeply, let's explore these qualities both in the context of Buddhism and in our daily lives. Self-confidence. Self-confidence isn't about arrogance or complacency, it's about having trust in our own abilities and in the true nature of who we are. In Buddhism, self-confidence is the awakening of wisdom and the discovery of our true self, that we all have the potential for enlightenment and the strength to overcome life's challenges. In Buddhist practice, self-confidence is nurtured through following ethical guidelines and engaging in mindfulness and meditation, helping us develop trust in the Buddhist teachings, our ability to transform our inner world, and master ourselves. The Buddha taught that everyone has the potential to achieve liberation through effort and practice, and this belief is what strengthens our self-confidence. In today's world, self-confidence is essential for overcoming difficulties, reaching our goals, and maintaining emotional stability. It helps us face challenges without the fear of failure and keeps us persistent, overcoming doubts and worries about our own abilities. For example, When speaking in front of an audience, confidence allows you to express your ideas clearly and persuasively. Confidence doesn't mean you don't feel nervous, it means you have the courage to act despite those anxieties. There's a story about a Zen master who, when he was young, felt very insecure and didn't believe in his own potential. But after years of meditation and self-reflection, he came to understand that his true nature was not lacking in any way, but rather full of the potential for enlightenment. He began teaching his students about the confidence in one's own spiritual path, encouraging them to believe in their ability to transform and find peace. In Buddhism, self-confidence isn't about being proud or complacent, but about having faith in your ability to overcome difficulties and transform your inner self. When you trust yourself, you have the strength to face challenges, without fear of failure, and you'll persist on your journey toward peace. Gratitude. Gratitude is a core value in Buddhism, especially in cultivating compassion, respect, and appreciation for what we have. Buddhism teaches that gratitude opens our hearts, helps us live in harmony with others, and deepens our connection to the world around us. Gratitude also shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have. A key lesson in Buddhism is to express gratitude for all that we've received, whether from the Buddha, our teachers, or those around us. Through gratitude, we develop compassion and realize that everything in life is interconnected. We wouldn't survive without the support of others. Gratitude is the ability to appreciate the good things in life, even the small ones. When we feel grateful, our minds are not trapped in feelings of scarcity, but instead we cultivate peace and contentment with the present moment. For instance, when you're feeling stressed or exhausted, instead of focusing on what's wrong, you can take a moment to be grateful for the positive aspects of your life, your family, friends, health, or opportunities you have. This simple shift in perspective can bring a sense of peace and help you face challenges with greater ease. There's a story about a poor man who worked hard every day but always felt like life was lacking. One day, he met a monk meditating under a tree. The monk looked at him and asked, "Do you appreciate your life?" The man looked around and replied, "How can I be grateful when my life is so difficult?" The monk smiled and said, "Look closely, and you'll see that even in hardship, you have reasons to be grateful: your health, your home, and the loved ones around you." The man reflected on this and realized he had many reasons to be thankful, and his mind became peaceful. Gratitude helps us shift how we see the world. When we cultivate gratitude, we realize we don't lack as much as we think we are, in fact, surrounded by many blessings. Gratitude also nurtures compassion and fosters inner harmony. Self-confidence and gratitude, two complementary qualities. While self-confidence and gratitude are both crucial for personal growth and living a meaningful life, they each have their unique characteristics. Self-confidence is believing in your own abilities, which helps you face challenges and develop. It empowers you to stand strong and follow your own path, free from fear and doubt. Gratitude is the ability to appreciate what you have, cultivating peace and contentment. Gratitude not only helps us recognize the value of the present but also nurtures humility and compassion towards others and every circumstance. Both qualities complement each other. Self-confidence helps us achieve our goals and grow, while gratitude helps us maintain peace and appreciate the little things in life. Self-confidence and gratitude are two essential qualities that help us live a meaningful and sustainable life. Self-confidence enables us to overcome difficulties, face challenges, and trust in our abilities. Gratitude allows us to appreciate the present, nurture an open heart, and find contentment with life. Together, they are spiritual values that lead us to live a happy, mindful, and purposeful life. Acting with a clear heart, a key principle in Buddhism and daily life. In Buddhism, the concept of acting with a clear heart is a profound idea and an important guiding principle for living. It's not just about how we do things, but also about the attitude, motivation, and state of mind behind our actions. Buddhism teaches that when our actions arise from a pure heart, they lead to positive outcomes not just for ourselves, but for others as well. A clear heart. In Buddhism, a clear heart, or a pure mind, is one that is free from negative emotions like greed, anger, and ignorance. It's a heart that's not clouded by selfish motives or anxiety. A pure heart is transparent and calm, allowing us to act with kindness, wisdom, and awareness. When our heart is pure, our actions naturally become harmonious and don't harm ourselves or others. They come from a place of compassion, wisdom, and mindfulness, rather than from ego, hatred, or pride. Buddhism teaches that every action we take impacts the world not just physically, but spiritually as well. When our actions come from a pure heart, they are selfless, compassionate, and aligned with what is morally right. Acting from this place benefits not just us, but the world around us. The Buddha emphasized that good actions, born from a pure heart, lead to good results, while actions driven by negative motives lead to harmful consequences. For example, when we help others, if our motivation is genuine love and care, our actions bring peace and joy to both us and the person we're helping. However, if we act with the intention of gaining something in return or proving ourselves, the results won't be as fulfilling, because the motivation is rooted in selfishness or ignorance. The three virtues in Buddhism. In Buddhism, acting with a pure heart is connected to the three virtuous qualities: faith, effort, and wisdom. Faith is trust in the Buddha's teachings and the ability to transform our own minds. Effort is the determination and persistence to practice the right way. Wisdom is understanding things as they truly are, helping us distinguish right from wrong, and good from bad. When we cultivate these three virtues, our actions become beneficial not just for ourselves, but for others, creating harmony and peace in the world. Acting with a clear heart in daily life. In our everyday lives, we can approach every action with a pure heart. Whether we're working, helping others, or facing challenges, if we act with sincerity, discipline, and a sense of dedication not for personal gain or recognition, we create true value. A pure heart guides us to act kindly, responsibly, and ethically. For example, when you help someone, if your motivation is genuinely to care for them, and not to get something in return, like thanks or personal gain, your actions will bring you peace and create a positive connection with the other person. Whenever we face conflict or disagreement, acting with a clear heart helps us stay calm and resolve issues without being swept away by negative emotions. When we're angry, disappointed, or hurt, maintaining a clear heart prevents us from reacting impulsively and allows us to handle the situation wisely and compassionately. In a debate, instead of letting personal emotions or pride take over, you can act with humility, listening with an open heart and seeking understanding rather than victory. This way of acting ensures that both sides feel respected and can lead to peaceful resolutions. One important method in Buddhism for cultivating a pure heart is meditation. Meditation not only clears the mind of distractions but also develops mindfulness, helping us act with awareness and clarity. When our hearts and minds are pure, our actions become effortless and not driven by selfish thoughts or fears. The story of Hakuin. There's a famous story about a Zen master named Hakuin that beautifully illustrates acting with a clear heart. One day, a young woman in the village came to him and accused him of having dishonored her. The accusation spread throughout the village, but Hakuin didn't react. He simply said, "Is that so? Well, all right then." Some time later, the woman returned with a baby. She confessed that she had lied, and that Hakuin had done nothing wrong. She had been mistaken. The child's father had abandoned her, and she asked Hakuin to care for the child. Hakuin smiled gently and said, "Is that so? Well, all right then." He accepted the child and cared for it. This story illustrates the principle of acting with a pure heart, free from the desire to defend one's reputation or be caught up in negative emotions. Hakuin didn't react impulsively but remained calm, mindful, and peaceful, no matter the circumstances. Why acting with a clear heart matters. Acting with a pure heart helps us navigate life's challenges without being swept away by negative emotions or selfish motivations. When we act from a place of purity and mindfulness, we benefit not only ourselves but also those around us. A clear heart is the foundation for acting with compassion, wisdom, and harmony, which creates a peaceful and prosperous life. While we cannot control everything that happens around us, we can control our attitude and state of mind. A clear heart is the key to consistently acting with integrity and bringing good into the world. Living with wisdom, a key concept in Buddhism. Living with wisdom is a central idea in Buddhism, guiding us to approach life with deep understanding and insight. In Buddhism, wisdom isn't just about knowledge or being smart, it's the ability to see things clearly, understanding the true nature of everything around us. This insight then leads us to act and think in ways that benefit ourselves and others. Wisdom in Buddhism. In Buddhism, wisdom, known as prajna, is the ability to recognize the truth, especially the impermanence, suffering, and lack of a permanent self in all things. Wisdom helps us see that everything is temporary and ever-changing, which frees us from attachment, fear, and craving. Instead of clinging to things, we can live with awareness and calm acceptance. The Buddha taught that wisdom is the path to liberation. When we have wisdom, we can recognize the true nature of the world and our own mind. This helps us break free from ignorance, not knowing the truth, and the destructive emotions of greed, anger, and delusion. Living with wisdom in Buddhism isn't just about following the Buddhist teachings, it's about discovering and applying the truth in our daily lives. Wisdom isn't only found in theory or study, it must be expressed through right action. Applying wisdom in everyday life. When faced with a difficult situation, living with wisdom means we don't react impulsively based on our emotions. Instead, we approach the situation with clarity and a deeper understanding. Wisdom teaches us that everything changes, and nothing is permanent. This knowledge helps us stay calm and composed, instead of being overwhelmed by stress or suffering. In Buddhism, mindfulness is a key practice that helps develop wisdom. Mindfulness keeps us present in each moment, making us aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. With mindfulness, we gain a deeper understanding of our emotions and thoughts, allowing us to transform them rather than be controlled by them. Mindfulness doesn't just help us develop wisdom, it also helps us avoid negative emotions and unconscious actions, leading us to live a life of freedom, happiness, and release from ignorance. Impermanence and acceptance. One of the unique aspects of Buddhist wisdom is the ability to understand and accept the impermanent nature of everything. When we realize that everything in life is constantly changing and nothing lasts forever, we stop clinging to fleeting things like fame, wealth, or success. Wisdom helps us accept suffering as a natural part of life, which reduces anxiety and pain. For example, when we experience loss, it's never easy. But if we understand that impermanence is the nature of life, we can let go more easily and accept change. This doesn't mean we won't feel sad, but it helps us not to be consumed by the pain. Living with wisdom also means acting responsibly and making ethical choices. Wisdom helps us discern what is right and what is wrong, preventing us from getting caught up in conflict or temptation. For instance, when someone offends us, wisdom prevents us from reacting in anger. Instead, we approach the situation with a clear mind, not letting emotions control us. Wisdom helps us remain calm and wise, so we can resolve issues effectively and for the benefit of everyone involved. Wisdom combined with compassion. Wisdom is not just about theoretical knowledge, it must be paired with compassion, another vital aspect of Buddhism. Compassion deepens wisdom, making it more loving and selfless. With wisdom, we know how to help others effectively, not just materially, but also emotionally and spiritually. When someone is struggling in life, wisdom helps us recognize their true needs, allowing us to help in a meaningful and appropriate way. This helps both the person we're helping feel at ease and prevents us from helping out of selfish motives or pride. A story of wisdom. There's a well-known story in Buddhist teachings about a Zen master named Bodhidharma, who is said to have brought Zen Buddhism to China. One day, a king approached Bodhidharma and said, "I've built a powerful kingdom, but I'm still not happy. What can I do to find peace?" Bodhidharma answered, "Look into your own heart." The king was confused and asked, "I don't understand. How do I look into my heart?" Bodhidharma replied, "It is wisdom. When you look into your heart, you will see that everything is impermanent. Nothing lasts forever. Understanding this will free you from suffering." This story illustrates how wisdom helps us see the true nature of things, helping us live in peace without clinging to temporary things. Living with wisdom in Buddhism. Living with wisdom in Buddhism means recognizing the true nature of life, that everything is impermanent, and nothing is lasting. Wisdom helps us overcome ignorance and see ourselves and the world clearly. This enables us to act in ways that are right and beneficial, both for ourselves and society. When combined with compassion, wisdom leads us to liberation, helping us live a happy, free, and peaceful life. We can cultivate wisdom not just through study, but through practice by being mindful, acting with understanding, and applying compassion in all aspects of life. So, in today's video, we've explored some key Buddhist principles that can help us achieve a life of peace, happiness, and lasting success. From practicing stillness and patience to letting go and forgiving, each of these teachings contributes to creating a calm mind and a heart full of compassion. As we've seen, the path to success isn't just about material effort. More importantly, it's about inner growth, developing understanding and acting with wisdom and a pure heart. When we apply these principles in our lives, we not only achieve personal success, but also find harmony in our relationships and within ourselves. Remember, every step on this journey is a long one, full of challenges. But if we embrace mindfulness, patience, and keep an open heart, we will reap the rewards that we truly deserve. Success isn't just a destination, it's the process we experience every day with understanding and inner peace. Thank you for joining me in today's video. If you found value in what we discussed, don't forget to subscribe to Dharma Wisdom Talks and share this video with anyone who is seeking a clearer, happier path. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue to explore more fascinating Buddhist life philosophies to help you build a better life every day.